60 days, most respected dignitaries, respected teachers, good afternoon to whatever present over here. I welcome you all to the third of the 60 days faculty development program on University Preparedness and Accreditation organized by IQAC, Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University. I invite Dr. Satya Kumar, Director, School of Distance Education, Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University, to welcome the gathering.
Good afternoon to all of you. While stepping into the third day of this faculty development program, I take this opportunity to welcome, first of all, our most respected Vice Chancellor Dr. Sundar Sir, the Register, officers of this university, Director IQAC, professors, head of the departments, and all other faculty members, guest lecturers, especially the organizing secretaries and the criterion kids. I welcome each and every one of you. Dr. Gayatri is working as an assistant professor in the Department of Commerce in Jabez College. She had put 2 decades of service in this college, and she is one of the members in IQAC. I warmly welcome you, madam, for this faculty development program. Also, I welcome each and every one of you once again, and I hand over this session to her with the permission of the chair.
Very warm good afternoon to all of you present here. It's a great privilege to be standing before you all to share the little knowledge that we have as far as the accreditation process is concerned. Doesn't mean that we know everything related to the accreditation process. It's only that we are one step ahead. Having gone through the process, we know a little more, that's it. And I stand here to share that knowledge which is there, and I hope we to have an interactive session with all of you all. And the criteria that has been given to me, and like your own institution, for us also, criteria in charges were there, and I was in charge of criterion 3. A very, very worst criteria. I still remember the days when the new manual came, and we started looking into the manual. Oh, it is 0, it is 0, it is 0, it is 0. That's how the criteria is, and I think you will all share it with me. Yes, that's how it was. I think we will all agree with that. But we have to rise up. This is something that is expected out of us. And surely those expectations will have to be met through whatever means possible. Whatever is there within our means, we will have to achieve it. That is the, let us say, mindset with which, or attitude with which we approached criterion 3. So I hope that we create that attitude. Something has to be done towards this. It's the first thing that has to come as far as criterion 3 is concerned, because there is very little data. Now, before I even begin, I would like to tell you all, for every criteria, I think all of you will be aware that for universities and for colleges, benchmarks have been set. So we will have to understand these benchmarks, because only when we know where the end is, we will know how far we have to run. So we surely have to know what are the benchmarks for each metric. What is the benchmark that is available for each one? Only if we know that, we will be able to proceed. So with the benchmarks, let us try and see what can be done. So these are the key indicators that are there in criterion 3. 7 key indicators totally, with 250 marks, and a whooping 100 marks goes to the research publications and awards. And from the data that you have submitted, I feel you are not very bad on that. You're pretty good on that, so which means we must be able to score a lot in that metric. So we will go metric wise. 3.1.1, the institution research facilities are updated and there is a well-defined policy for promotion of research. Research facilities are updated. From your previous SSR, I can see so many research labs have been established in the institution. So facility-wise, no lacunae at all is there. Beautiful facilities are there. Policy, I would like to mention here what we did as far as this research policy is concerned. Third cycle, when they came to us, one of the lowest scores was on research. We had scored very low on research. Our research score was very low. So the management had made it very clear that a policy needs to be framed as far as the research metric policy is concerned. And so we looked at it, what can be done about it? A separate cell called the Multidisciplinary Research and Consultancy Center was opened and a research coordinator was appointed. So that is one of the first things that we did. With what? With what is the objective? The objective was both, we started looking internal and external. So when internally we decided on two things and we started two initiatives. One of the initiative was to provide seed capital to faculty members. Suddenly you can't apply to an external agency without data. External agency apply panna, baseline data is required. Without any baseline data, one final day you can't apply to an external agency. It's very difficult. So the first thing that was done was to fund research at the institution level. Let's give seed capital assistance. So we started off with that, and up to 75,000 we started funding projects of faculty members, which was a very good initiative. And from that we were able to apply for external agencies also. That is one thing we started off in 15-16 called the Seed Capital Assistance Scheme. And one more very beautiful initiative that we took up was to fund student research projects. You will be amazed, even more than the staff research project, the second year undergraduate students and the first year postgraduate students were given small projects, 6 months projects they were given. And they started working wonders. You won't know, you just don't know how much of output we had from them. They went to the extent of publishing their papers. Can you believe undergraduate students publishing papers? They did that. So policy is very important, and the way in which, what policies are we going to, concrete steps will have to be taken to promote research. Also, externally when we started looking at things, consultancy was one thing that we developed. Consciously we developed consultancy, otherwise it's not going to come inside. So consciously we developed consultancy and also applying for projects. We did take it up in a big way. So these are the things that we were able to do. So policy, when it comes to framing of a policy, it's just not something that is there in paper. In spirit, what are the things that we have implemented as an institution? How can it be made better is what we will have to look out. So for that, the documents, of course, yes, if you have a well-defined policy, the policy can be loaded, and whatever steps have been taken over the years, the minutes of the governing council or the research committee related things as far as promotion of policy research is concerned can be loaded. These are the documents, but the steps to be taken is much more important. And facilities, institutions, research facilities will have to be upgraded. A budget has to be laid out, and every year for research, this is the improvement. Suddenly one final day we can't build labs. Suddenly one final day we can't add equipments. Budget, every year we are all constrained with budgets. Being a government institution also, we also have budgets. We can't go beyond anything. What is available within the limited means only we can. So this year, can I add one more equipment? Can I do something for this? Is how we were able to look at it. 3.1.2, the institution provides seed money to its research teachers for research. I already told you what we did as far as seed capital assistance is concerned. All fees, we appointed external panel members. They came, they sat, and they decided what projects can be given to faculty members. It's a very beautiful exercise that we carry out, and in 1 year's time, publications come out of this. It's not just publications. Collaborations have come out of this. We have our faculty member working with institutions like IIT Tirupati, the University of Madras. Collaborations we were able to create. So those are the things, and with software agencies, because they developed a software internally. So seed capital assistance can do wonders. Internally, can staff be assigned some money? That is what we are looking at. So for this, we had to upload the minutes, budget and expenditure statements, list which consisted of the teacher, the project, the amount, the duration, and of course, as I already told you, MOUs and all the publications that came along with the thing we were able to upload. Is there any clarification at this point of time? Can I proceed? I can? 3.1.3, number of teachers who were awarded national, international fellowships for advanced studies and research. Now before this, I would like to see this corner. I have mentioned a number. That number is the score that the university has secured. And it says 0 there. So which means that seed capital is not there in the institution. The SSR itself, the data is 0. So which means that something has to be done at the institution level to increase this. Let me also discuss this. See, this also we have got only 2. 4 is the maximum score. So 50% only have we scored here. Again, we have to revisit the policy itself. What is the policy that we have towards research? That itself has to be revisited. The third metric, teachers awarded national, international fellowships for advanced studies and research. Is it available? Yes, a lot of fellowships are available. UGC itself gives a lot of assistance. A lot of fellowship is available. And as far as our institution is concerned, we had created MOUs with other universities. For example, let me tell you, we have a MOU with the University of Miyazaki in Japan. How did it come? It came through one of our own alumni. And we have something called as the Sakura Science Exchange Program. Every year, 3 students and 1 faculty member travel to Japan, stay there for 15 days, take up small research projects, complete it, and come back. This is what is being done. For the last 5 years, we've been doing this. So an MOU was signed with institutions like this. So, and through that, we were able to get fellowship. Each student, about 3 lakh rupees they were sponsoring us for. So, such kind of fellowships, that's an international fellowship. So, we didn't even restrict it with teachers, we gave it as additional data. We said our students are also going. Only 1 faculty member was going, but we showed the other ones also. We didn't stop with that. International paper presentations. A lot of our faculty had gone for international paper presentation and their fee waivers were there for presenting the paper. All that data also we were able to show. If you don't have fellowships, then what is it that you can possibly show? For workshops, the tuition fee waivers that they got, all that also we were able to project here. And please do bear in mind that NAC had taken all that into consideration and they had given marks for all of that as well. So there again, the data is very, very less or no data is there again. So these are the things that can be explored. Can we sign an MOU with some place for a fellowship is what we will have to look at. 3.1.3. 3.1.4, number of junior research fellows, senior research fellows, postdoctoral fellows, associates and other research fellows who are enrolled in this institution. Why are they asking this? Why is this question important at all? It's simply to show the popularity of the institution. How popular are we? Somebody, if they are searching, a junior, I think all of you will know, passing a JRF itself is not an easy joke. Passing a JRF itself is very, very tough. ரொம்ப கஷ்டம் முடியாது லேஸ்ல பண்ணி முடிக்க முடியாது அதே so you can imagine the rest postdoctoral fellow research associates and other research fellows. Yes, other research fellows is possible. Who's a research fellow? A person who's working in another institution who is enrolled in PhD in our institution becomes a research fellow. So I don't know if you submitted data for this. Did you? You will have to tell me. Yeah, that is a research fellow. So other faculty members in other institutions, if they have been working here, if they've been doing their PhD here part-time, surely that can be shown under other research fellows. So I was wondering why this data will become 0. I don't think all your students are only full-timers. You have faculty as well, right? That data can surely be shown here. It must have been shown here. Yes, so that is how it has to be done. So they are asking for a list. List alone is not sufficient. Along with the list, to say that they are enrolled in this institution, their registration letters or registration orders will also have to be attached. So that is 3.1.4. 3.1.5, you have a 100% here. Your infrastructure facility is so beautiful because you have scored 4 upon 4 there. Entire 4 is you've got. So, and I can only see, ma'am took me around the campus and I can only see you will do better and better, more and more in the coming SSR because you have a very, very wonderful campus here, which can be projected. Central, they're asking for if you have a central instrumentation center, animal house, museum, media labs and studios, business labs, research statistical databases, moot court, theatre, art gallery and any other facility to support research. I do agree that as a sports university, you may not have a moot court, you may not have a theatre, you will not have an art gallery. But surely the other things are possible. Animal house, no, but a greenhouse, yes. Isn't it? So all the other things can be shown, and if there are any other labs, those also can be shown. And let me make it very clear, they are not going to come and see. And those who come and see, they are going to come only for 2 days. 2 நாள். அதில் என்ன பார்க்க முடியும்? என்ன கன்க்ளூஷனுக்கு வர முடியும்? And please remember, 70% of the assessment is already done. உங்க மார்க்கையும் உங்க போர்ட்டல்ல போட்டுடுறாங்க before even the peer team comes here. Peer team, they come and assess you only for 30%, not more than that. This being the case, it has to be such that you will upload your photographs and you will upload your videographs in such a fashion that you are able to really communicate with them and tell them, these are the facilities that we have. Let it not be random, taking only one photograph. No, it has to be uniform and it has to be, you have to ensure that it is covered in full. All spaces are covered in full and completely. So that is 3.1.5. So we seem to be doing well on this metric. 3.1.6. Universities being allied institutions. Certain special assistances are given both at the state level and at the central level. A lot of funding comes to universities. It's not like an autonomous college or so. So those things, do we have a SAP stands for Special Assistance Program? Do we have a UGC Special Assistance Program? Do we have a Center for Advanced Study, a FIST or a DVT or ICSSR? Have they sanctioned something? All these formats, every year they open, the portals open, and every year you can apply. The only requirement is to have a special officer to take up all this activity and apply voraciously. That's the only way out. Maybe the first year I won't get. The second year I will surely get. So all we have to do is to make an effort first. First to make an effort. This is a long process and all the forms are there. How it has to be loaded, how you have to apply, what are the timelines, everything is there in the respective website. All that is required is the discipline to sit and apply for all these. So there also it is we have not been able to score anything, and this is a metric that we didn't have as an institution. So only universities have this. Colleges do not have this metric. So with that we come to the end of key indicator 3.1. Key indicator 3.2, resource mobilization for research. The first one, it starts with extramural funding, outside funding, apart from government. Are we tapping any funds? Are we tapping any funds? Is the question. So they want you to know if you have received from any NGO sources, from industry, from corporate houses, from international bodies for research projects have we received? Well, I would like to tell you our experience here. The extramural funding for our institution came from endowments. We have endowments and our alumni, our former faculty members and the people known to us, within the community. They create endowments. We have more than 100 endowments. Small endowments, 50,000, 1 lakh. But from that, scholarship is given to students and assistance is given to faculty also. So specifically for research, we create endowments. We created endowments. So endowments is one where within the institution itself, we can think of creating something. So sports university, I really think you must be able to tap small funding from different people. Sports, today fitness seems to be everywhere. Everybody wants to be fit. It's become a fad and a fashion, in fact, isn't it? That being the case, there has to be funding for research of things related to sports and fitness. So it's only that it has to be explored upon. Now coming to grants received from government agencies for research projects, till 14-15, UGC was giving grants. After that, UGC minor project and both UGC major project also they have stopped. Now what are the sources that are available then? What else, where else can we go for funding? What else can we ask for funding? SERV is there, ICSSR is there, TANSHE is there, locally at the state level, TANSHE is there, TNSCST is there. Now what did our institution do? I would like to simply tell you what our institution did. TNSCST, this is resource mobilization for research. They didn't ask staff research, 3.2.2. So what we did was, we took all funds that we received, all student grants that we received from TNSCST, student projects. Each student is given 10,000 rupees for research projects. A maximum of 4 students can become a group and they will fund it. All that we have to do is to apply. And most of the cases we are getting it. So TNSCST being within Tamil Nadu, within our means, it is something that you can think of. But this timeline is over. September 9th, the portal closed. So maybe next September, before the next, it normally comes somewhere in June, that period. Once the college institution opens, that's a period where all the funding agencies open up. And by September, October, everything closes. That I have to tell you. By October, all agencies close. ICSSR is open now. It is open today. But 14th today, inniki last day, it closes. So we will have to know that funding agencies, by the time it is October or November, they close down their portal. So June to November is a very active period for any research assistants, searching for any research assistants. Of course, there are some projects like SERV Power and all is always open. Women faculty who are there here, minimum assistance is 30 lakhs. So SERV Power, if the portal is open, we can apply any time during the year. Power grants and power assistance, two schemes are there under that. Both we can apply. And TNSCST is one thing where we were able to get so many proposals. TANSHE being a government institution, TANSHE's funds also will flow. And TBT Star also we were able to get funds. TBT Star for basic sciences only they gave, but what happened was out of the fund that we received, every year 25 lakhs will come to us for 5 years, that is how it was. So what the institution had done was, for research every year a small amount was earmarked. That we were able to show it here. That was an internal arrangement. Fund came for TBT Stars for basic science only. But we decided that for research we will set aside, and student research projects we were able to give. Small sums of money we sponsored, and all that we show here under 3.2.2 for grants received from government agencies. And what do they ask for? They ask for e-copies of grant award letters. They ask for the list of the project and any other assistance, like UCs, utilization certificates, everything has to be submitted under this metric. Now one thing I would like to mention here, anything that you load as a document has to be signed by, in our college it was the principal, here whoever is the signatory, whoever is the signatory, that signatory has to sign in every piece of paper to be validated and then only loaded. That has to be borne in mind. Every piece of paper, even if it is a government letter that we have received from the UGC, that award letter has to be signed, countersigned by the registrar in this case and principal in my case, and then only it can be loaded. That has to be borne in mind. So that is as far as government grants received from government agencies are concerned. Of course, there is a 3.2.3 where teachers alone with research projects are asked. Now, you please look at the marks. There are 2 marks here, one 4 and the other is 1. 4 is for your total funds wants, because under resource mobilization you have shown so much resources. You have shown crores of money there, which is right. From wherever you have received, all that you have shown, which is right for building your infrastructure and other things. You have shown it there and you have got the marks for it also. Yes, likewise teachers also, we must be able to, the benchmark for a college, we know that the benchmark is, they want a minimum of at least 50% of the faculty members to have research projects. Only then we will be able to get that 4 there. 50% is the criteria benchmark given for a college. University, it must be higher than that. Because only when we compare with 4 or 5 universities, we will know, and their marks and scores we know, only then we will be able to know how much is what is the benchmark. So that is your key indicator 3.2. 3.3 speaks about innovation ecosystem. As far as the innovation ecosystem is concerned, the score here is 2,0. I forgot to put it. 3.3.1. Institution has created an ecosystem for innovation. I would like to tell you here, we didn't stop with just the incubation center alone. We wrote all the innovations that have been made. In fact, we didn't even leave extension services. Outreach outreach we said that it is innovation in any area, whatever be the area, everything we wrote. We have a young entrepreneurs forum. So in the young entrepreneurs forum, so many innovative things were being done, and we had the MRCC itself, the research center itself. We have a program called the Idea Factory, where every year we invite new ideas from the students. And prizes are awarded, cash prizes are awarded to the students. You will not believe the kind of ideas that students have. So much ideas they came with, so much ideas they have. The only thing is we'll have to trigger them and we will have to expose them to such competitions. So many hackathons can be arranged within the college. All these are possible things that can be done to improve and enhance the innovation ecosystem. And I think basically, as far as our college is concerned, more of rote learning is there. Syllabus mudikkirom. Innovatively, what do we teach the children? How do we make the children to think is something that will have to be explored upon. We have the Indian Innovation Council, the IIC. I hope you all are members of IIC. Are you members of the Indian Innovation Council? No? Then you can become a member of the IIC, and they will in turn lead you to, you can set up the center, and then they have a lot of other programs which you can collaborate and conduct with them. And also that will throw open so many other things. So that can be done. As far as our institution is concerned, we had a innovation collaboration with one of startup that was set up by IIT, something called TechGrapher was there, and this TechGrapher company came forward and they wanted to help us out. So we set up a MOU, we signed an MOU with them, and we did have a center through which innovations could be powered. So that was one initiative that we were able to take. So the answer that is, the document that they are asking is, what are the initiatives, and give us the evidence. What is the evidence? What did you do? What new did you do? Along with photographs and other things, it has to be documented and shown. Again, I would like to tell you, nobody is going to come here. We will have to tell them everything electronically, through electronic means. So please load everything. You load the report that you have, student signatures that have been taken, all the possible photographs of the best moments that has been captured, with good, let us say, you have to say, describe it and then load it. So that was 3.1. Now coming to 3.3.2, a number of workshops, seminars conducted on research methodology, IPR, entrepreneurship, skill development. I think the maximum data that you've loaded about 27 programs here. Am I right? Yes. Criteria 3, in charge 3, I think 27 programs we have loaded here. That's all we have loaded. I would like you to please look at the word skill development. As being sports universities, I think more of programs, so many programs programs we must have done related to skill development. So all that can be loaded here. All that we loaded. We loaded latest changes in technology, whatever came and whatever programs we were able to do, we were able to showcase under this metric. It's only a slight thinking, change in the way in which we are doing so many programs. So can't we show all that under skill development? Those are all skill development programs. I think that's how it should be, yes or no? So can we show all that? It may not necessarily be related to research methodology. I understand it's very difficult for research methodology or for IPR, one program a year or two programs a year only we will have. Likewise, for entrepreneurship, we may have a cell and that cell may conduct about 2 or 3 programs, that's it. But under skill development, every program, every department surely will have a lot of programs conducted. Workshops, whatever workshops you conduct, all that you can put it under skill development. So the numbers will have to increase here. So we were able to show about 300 programs and we were able to score fully in that metric. But let me tell you, this metric took our life out because the kind of documentation that was involved in this metric, this took one of the maximum times for us. The reason being, for every event, we decided to write a report, we decided to attach photographs, and we also decided that we will speak in the report about all the outcomes that are there. We just didn't write out the report. We said what was the program about, what was the objective, what was the outcome. For every program we wrote, we did write, and all photographs we loaded, student lists we gave. That was the most difficult part. Student lists signed by the HOD. They didn't agree. The DVD they asked us again, send signed lists. Of course, we didn't have the signed lists. That was a new thing that they had asked us. So we said that no, that's not possible. This is the data that is available. It is countersigned by the respective HOD and the principal. So please accept is what is the thing that we were able to say. But this took a lot of our time. And one thing we had decided very mentally was, whatever we submit, it has to be submitted beautifully, visually appealing to everybody. Actually, what happened was, when we fed the report along with the photograph, if you take a printout, they send soft copy. Department sends soft copy. Printed, we only get it black and white. We consciously took an effort. No, so what should be done? Color printer it costs too much. Whereas photographs are there. All the departments have the photographs. So report a photograph sign vaangi, scan panni, then we do it. So much of pain is involved in each process, and please remember, all this will take a lot of time. We spent hours and hours, and let me tell you, there were days when we have thought, oh, it was because it was so tough. The process is so tough. Unless each and every faculty member rise up to the occasion, nobody can do this alone. Surely not the IQAC coordinator alone or the criteria in charge alone. It is the collective responsibility of every single faculty member to take it up and ensure that we finally achieve what we can. We are in good hands. No, we have a wonderful place of where we come from, and our bread and butter is derived from that. So yes, can we give back something? This is the only way, and we know that so many issues crop up if we don't. Funding obviously will stop if we don't get the highest grade. So can we do something about it? That is the attitude with which we worked, and I request you all also to carry forward that same attitude. So that was as far as number of workshops, seminars.
Yeah. When we conduct a workshop in 1819, the same can be shown in 1920 or 2021 also.
How can that be done, ma'am? Dates are there, photographs are there, that can't be done.
She is asking for the next cycle, which includes the corresponding years which has been already submitted.
Then it can be shown, obviously. Yes, that can be shown.
That is what she is asking.
Yeah. So which means you want to reverse work. That is what ma'am is asking you to do. So all the programs that already you have completed and for which you have photographs, you will have to think of, how to put it digitally appealing. How can we make this? What can be made? How many tabs? I request you to please visit our college website to find out what we actually did for this. We really struggled. and it was not easy at all, setting everything and putting the lists together, scanning them. It really took our lives out. So that is 3.2 related to innovation ecosystem. There's one more question that universities have. This is a question only for the university, and you've scored a good 3 there. Number of awards and recognitions received for research innovation by the institution, teacher, research scholar, students during the last 5 years. I wish I had a metric like this in college, because we didn't have. We had conducted Idea Factory every year, and so many beautiful proposals had come from the students, which we did not showcase. We were not able to showcase at all. So maybe you all can think of something like that, an Idea Factory for your own students, and you can try and have it implemented. And 2 years time, 2 years data, we will be able to submit. Isn't it? This year, if you start off also, you will be able to submit. So competitions very much within, of course, sending them outside also can be done, but internally also, that data also can be submitted. And the documentation that they are asking here is for e-copies of award letters and list of innovation and the award details is what they are asking here. That is 3.3. Now 3.4, the one that carries the maximum marks, 100 marks. 3.4 only carries, and you seem to have done well there. The institution ensures implementation of its code of ethics for research, uploaded in the website through a research advisory committee. I think as university, all of them will have a RAC. Likewise, ethics committee wherever required must be there. I hope it is there. Yes, ethics committee is there. Coursework methodology, yes, compulsorily we have to implement it. And plagiarism check is also there. So this 4 marks is always assured for us. Okay. We had an issue. Let me tell our experience. Our experience was that plagiarism check is not free for colleges. And we had not purchased any software for plagiarism. We were using only free resources. So the first time they didn't give us marks. And through DVV, when it came for DVV, we substantiated. We said there is no means. And every year a plagiarism software costs about 2 lakhs. So we are using free resources. We wrote a letter. We gave an undertaking. We said yes, free resources are being used. And we uploaded all the documents that were there. The documentation here is very important. For plagiarism check, every PG report, every MPhil report, every PhD report was loaded. Along with whatever percentage came, highlighting them and the name of the candidate, we loaded. Likewise, inclusion of research ethics in research coursework. Coursework from all the departments was collected and loaded. Ethics committee, formation of ethics committee, the entire minutes of all the ethics committee was loaded. And the RAC, who are all the members? They asked us for in the DVP, they asked you list out all the members. We had to make lists of all the RAC committee members and load it. So these are the things that we did as far as research publications and awards are concerned. The second one, this is only for a university. We didn't have this metric. The institution provides incentive to teachers who receive state, national, international recognition and awards. You've scored very well, so which means it is there. Yes, it is there. You receive incentives. You have to tell me, I don't know. Do you receive incentives? It says commendation and monetary incentive at a university function is given. Commendation and medal at a university function, a certificate of honor or announcement in newsletters or websites.
Third one we have got. Third one
We have got, but you scored 3 there.
All
So
three.
which?
All 3.
No, the first
That's
one.
very correct. All 3 we have shown.
All 3.
So that's why otherwise you can't score. Score there is an indicator that you have shown it. and can we really make something? Can we do something like this? Also the institution can think. Institute பண்ணனும் அவ்வளவுதானே உள்ள கொண்டு வர முடியுமா? ஒரு small incentive of 5,000 also makes us faculty members very happy. Yes or no? Yes, a very small incentive of 5,000 or 10,000 also makes them very, very happy. So yes, we can think of instituting something like this itself. New, let us start. Illena ஆரம்பிச்சுக்கோ. Yes, so that is 3.4.2, 4.3 patents. We have a 0 there. It's not difficult. It is, let me tell you, as far as patents are concerned, we have process patents, design patents. isn't it? So you must be looking at the patents where design is involved. That is a little easier to get. And let me tell you, every paper that you publish, if you have some new content, it can be patented. There are two things in patents: publishing a patent and awarding a patent. Publishing a patent is easier. All you have to do is you have to go to the Indian Patents website, apply for it, or if you want a patent agent, I will put you through to a patent agent. The patent agent will help you apply. Application cost is only 60 rupees. Maybe he will have a small charge there involved because he's the agent there. So he might have a charge. You can appoint some person for the university itself because we need somebody for all this activity. நம்மளே எல்லா வேலையும் பண்ண முடியாது. எங்க collaboration வேணுமோ, எங்க external agency வேணுமோ வேணும். For this we need somebody from outside. So can we have a patent agent collaboration? And we can look at our research papers, and our research papers first we can apply and we can have it published first. Then awarding. Awarding is if there is a new research content, then that process or that design can be patented. That is the next level. But for the first level itself is good enough. They did accept. We had about 7 or 8, all paper patents only we had. But please remember, it is very easy to get Australian patents, and many of our staff members fell for this. 10,000, go to 1,20,000 each patent. And finally we found that they had closed the Australian patent division itself because nothing was coming out of it. So please be careful. Indian Patent Act and Indian patenting is the best process that's available. Please apply only through our own government. That alone please bear in mind. If more assistance is required on this, surely we can put you through to some patent agents or patent officers who are there in Guindy. We have a patent office in Guindy. I think you must be aware of it. The patent office, the officers, they come for free and they talk on programs. They do handhold you, they do guide you because they also need more patents. So they will help you out. So that is as far as 3.4.3 is concerned. 3.4.4, full marks. So which means yes, as a university, all of you have research scholars under you and you have been producing a lot of PhD per teacher, and the benchmark has been achieved there. So it's only that we have to ensure that more and more students are enrolled into PhD. Next one, number of research papers per teacher in care journals. You are actually showing 5.87. I looked up at your data, 5.87, which means in 5 years, each faculty member has produced 5 papers. That is what the data shows. Okay, it shows 5.87. Is that enough? No, the benchmark says you've got only 2 marks. So which means that's not enough at all. The benchmark is to increase that. That's very important. And as far as colleges are concerned, one question that we always had was, in the UGC care list, that is one question that they always ask me. Well, at the time when you are publishing, if it is there, please take proof and keep it. It is very much valid. UGC takes it. They do not discard it. In the year in which, please remember, if you understand the UGC care list, the UGC care list is administered by the Savitribai Phule University at Pune. And this care list is curated. 2 lists are there, Group 1 and Group 2. Group 1 is only Indian journals. And these journals have a 8-parameter protocol. அதெல்லாம் தாண்டி தான் ஒரு journal அந்த UGC care list உள்ளேயே வர முடியும். So after looking into all that, this comes into the list. That year, every year it is checked. This is how it is in outside databases also. Please understand. Group B, Scopus, Web of Science and Language Association. Only 3 lists are there. Scopus and Web of Science also, every journal is checked for quality every year. Ninga Scopus ulla poningana, you will find till 2020 only அப்படினு எழுதிருக்கோம். அப்படினா அதுவரையில தான் the protocols அவங்க மீட் பண்ணாங்க. அதுக்கு அப்புறம் மீட் பண்ணல. So தூக்கிட்டாங்க Scopusல இருந்து. So please don't think that UGC care listனா அது இன்னைக்கு இருக்கு நாளைக்கு இல்லனா journal oda parameter, journal avada quality, so they have removed it. So in the year in which we publish, if you're very sure, I hope you know how to access the list. You know how to access the list, the UGC care list. So the UGC care list, and you've identified a journal and you know very sure that on the day when you are accessing, it is there within the list, please save it. That is the proof. That is the proof that this journal was there on the date. Date order date order, time order, save panni. So save it and keep it. It is a very good proof because PVV, when they came, they asked us for screenshots of the journal, wherever it is in the UGC care list. They wanted those screenshots also. So document everything that is being done by you. So that is one thing as far as the UGC care list is concerned. And one more thing I would like to say, bibliometrics. In my further bibliometrics கம்மியா இருக்கு 0.740 இல்ல டேட்டா காமிக்கும் போது நீங்க ஒரு small percentage ரொம்ப 0.740 என்னமோ காமிக்கிறீங்க, which means citation இல்ல, papers க்கு citation இல்ல. That is what it means. Okay, the meaning that we have to derive out of it is your citation is very very low. ஏன் அப்படின்னா the quality of journals that you are choosing. If you take Scopus, Scopus has 4 quartiles. 4 quartile இருக்கு. Quartile 1, 2, 3, 4. நீங்க Scopus web page க்கு போனா நீங்க அத பார்க்கலாம். 4 quartiles are there. First quartile is the most difficult to publish. No, nature மாதிரி journals இருக்கிற ஒரு quartile. But 4th quartile, 4வது quartile relatively easy to publish. So start at least with the 4th quartile. Group A, well and good. Group 1, we can publish Indian journals. But what is the citation that we will receive? Citation comes only through international sources, which is Web of Science and Scopus. So please ensure that it can be taken up either in Scopus or in Web of Science. University citation improve ஆகணும்னா NIRF பாத்தீங்கன்னா NIRF citation மட்டுமே 70 marks வச்சிருக்கான். Publication and citation 30 plus 70, it's over. The metric is over. So citations improve பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னா obviously publish பண்ற journal அந்த லெவல்ல இருக்கணும். So publish பண்ற journal இருக்கணும்னா first time can I go to metric 1? No, you can't go to quartile 1. Quartile 1 is very difficult. But do try in 3 or 4. And as a researcher, I would like to tell you, it is very very difficult to have a Scopus paper published. திருப்பி பேப்பர் அனுப்பி வைப்பாங்க. இதை மாத்து, அதை மாத்து, ஃபார்மேட்டை மாத்து, இதையே மாத்து, டெஸ்டையே மாத்து, உயிர் போகும். 2 years ஆன கதையெல்லாம் இருக்கு. ஆனா the satisfaction that you get after publishing a paper like that is immense. So please do ensure that such quality journals are published. இன்னைக்கு கொடுத்து நாளைக்கு அக்செப்ட் பண்றாங்கன்னா something is very wrong with the journal. So please do not publish in such journals. Today I give a paper and tomorrow they are publishing. No, please don't publish. Let's have some respect for our work. And one more thing I would like to ask, I would like you all to ponder along with me. Paper நான் எழுதுறேன், all the effort நான் போடுறேன், இதுக்கு எதுக்கு காசு கொடுக்கணும்? ஒரு ஜர்னலை பப்ளிஷ் பண்றதுக்கு எதுக்கு பைசா கொடுக்கணும்? It is rather, it has been the reverse. It has been the reverse. They have been asking us for research work. They have been asking us for research papers and we were giving. நம்மளோட PhD, CAS இதெல்லாம் வந்து அப்புறம் தான் we have turned the tables. Isn't it? We have started publishing for money. So let's go back to the old times where research content was respected more. The quality of research that you have must speak for yourself. And a lot of these journals, Scopus journals, do they not charge, ma'am? No, they charge. They do charge. They charge a lot. They do charge a lot. But international recognition at least is there. Let's understand that part of it. Group A, you have so many journals. You can publish. You have to search for them. My field, commerce, I can surely tell you. There are journals. Yes? Okay, so that is 3.4.5. And what they are asking, list they are asking, I think I've already written everything. Screenshots of the research paper, screenshot of the journal, entire list. They will ask for full paper, they will ask for link, everything they ask. Okay? This also took a lot of time. Next one, 3.4.6. Books and chapters in edited volumes per teacher during the last 5 years. So So only 1 mark we've been able to score. Benchmark here is much, much higher. Well, in this, one very important point is proceedings of conference. I think conference proceedings, we go to a lot of conferences. So conference proceeding must be there. Book and chapter maybe no. But conference proceedings must be there. Through your students, you can send your students to conferences and ensure that conference proceedings you have a lot in number. So that can be done. As far as this metric is concerned, one word of caution. In that conference proceeding, they publish a book. Normally, conference proceeding, they publish a book. If it does not have ISBN, please do not apply. Please do not publish in such conferences. They should have ISBN because UGC accepts only those proceedings which have ISBN. They discount everything else. They discount all other publications. So please ensure ISBN is there, and if that is getting published in the journal, ISSN will be there. Okay. Then I think I'm repeating the same point. Yes. 3.4.7 E-content. Colleges don't have this. The metric college ko. This is E-content is developed by teachers. E-content are we developing? I think the last one you will surely have institutional LMS. Institutional LMS for Pathshala, for consortium, CEC, for Swayam. Why don't you explore? Sports universities India la romba kammiya dhaan irukku. Illaya 4-5 dhaan irukku. And courses can't we think of proposal anupi paakano. Anna University la dhaan adoda office irukku. Swayam oda office vandu Anna University ulla irukku oru huge office irukku. Somebody take the initiative of going there and seeing enna pannanom. First let us understand. Oru 4 quadrant la oru syllabus potu modalla adu approve aganum. Adukapram then we can start at the media center ella Anna University உள்ளேயே இருக்கு. Somebody go to Anna University and check out what has to be done. People will come from there. That contact also I can give you if you want. If you want somebody to come here and speak to you on what should be done, how to co-create, we can help you with that also. And one more thing I would like to tell you at this point in moment, other MOOC platform, we can create our own MOOC platform. The college can create its own MOOC platform. We have Ramanujan College பார்த்திருக்கீங்க. கோர்சஸ் அட்டெண்ட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க இல்லையா? எல்லா கோர்ஸுமே ஒரு ஓபன் MOOC இதுல தான் போடுறாங்க. Isn't it? So that open MOOC platform is very much available for us. So we can always think of using those platforms and uploading our own content. Again, I will tell you, it has to be a consortium, or let us say a committee has to come forward. It has to be framed, an initiative has to be taken. Either study panni idulla eppadi eduthu varanum அப்படிங்கறத we will have to work on this. But it is not something that is impossible. We can surely do it. edX ஒரு பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் இருக்கு. ராமானுஜம் காலேஜ் வர்க் பண்றது edXல தான். edXங்கிறது ஸ்டான்ஃபோர்ட் யூனிவர்சிட்டி போடுற ஃப்ரீ MOOC பிளாட்ஃபார்ம். The software is free. We need only one administrator. So university can we have an administrator? Can we have one individual who will take care of this, the whole thing? Or I hear that, when we started talking, because we wanted to bring it in our institution, there are individuals who do it for a small fee. They take care of all other institutions and take care of our institution also. அந்த மாதிரி ஆட்கள்லாம் இருக்காங்க. We are doing it. We are in the process of doing it. So, welcome to the tribe. We can maybe jointly explore what are the options that are available there. Yes? So, and Swayam and other things, as I said, once you start off with the institutional MOOC platform, everything else will fall in place. We will know what should be done because this is a new play field for us. Of course, I have to load பண்ணதெல்லாம் கிடையவே கிடையாது. And yours area, எங்களுதாவது commerce, arts and science, நிறைய colleges இருக்கு. Yours is very specialized. So I request you to please explore the possibilities that are there. 3.4.8 and 4.9 இதுதான் சொன்னேன். ஒரு மெட்ரிக் ரொம்ப லோவா இருக்கு. citation and H index ரொம்ப லோவா இருக்கு. The ways to improve I have already discussed with you. So I am proceeding with the next key indicator, consultancy. When the center was established, MRCC was established, Multidisciplinary Research and Consultancy Center in our college was established. One of the first things that we did was to look up at the consultancy avenues that are available for us. And we very very surely came to a conclusion. Arts and Science College, everything need not be monetary. எல்லாமே monetary-ஆ இருக்கணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. Need not be monetary. So, what we did was, we decided, policy போடும்பொழுதே, policy தானே கேட்குறான், policy போடும்பொழுதே, we decided to divide that policy into remunerative consultancy and non-remunerative consultancy. சரி, அப்படி என்ன non-remunerative consultancy பண்ணிட்டோம் அப்படின்னா, we have a department of textile and fashion designing in our college, and we also have a department of interior design and decor. These girls, நீங்க இன்னைக்கும் நீங்க சென்னை சென்ட்ரல் ஸ்டேஷன் போனீங்கன்னா, they went to the station and they painted one mural, huge mural, over 25 feet mural. We would like to call that an extension activity, because an entire group of students went every day to complete that painting. அது ஈஸியான ஒரு பெயிண்டிங் இல்ல. It's a very huge painting that spans about, in the wall size இருக்கும் அவ்வளவு தூரம், the full station it is being painted. It took a long time. Resources were given by the railways. The effort came from the students and the faculty. இது மாதிரி ICF la coaches we have painted. And so many other, in orphanages and other places, mural art and other things was done by the interior design and decor students. So we wanted to call all this as non-remunerative consultancy. Our expertise as a group being used elsewhere. எல்லாமே remunerative-ஆ இருக்கணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. But of course, the metric asks you for what is the remuneration that you get. But we loaded the data, எதையுமே விட்டு வைக்கல. We loaded photographs or whatever non-remunerative activity we did and what we thought was consultancy, we loaded everything. Okay, remunerative la enna dhaan pandrom? What is it that we are doing? Remunerative. See, I'm talking about the next metric. I'm keeping it here because policy framing. Policy frame pannum poludhe you decide should everything be remunerative? If it is remunerative, what is the sharing between the university and I think as sports faculty, all of you must have some consultancy or the other. Illiya, fitness ki yarume consult pannaliya. Departments must be having, isn't it? All that can we bring it into the university? Onna venda or small, you can bring it into the university through the university so that the university will benefit and you will also benefit. That is how it has to be done. So a policy has to be framed, and the revenue that I was talking about. So what is it that the revenue, what revenue were we generating? I told you we set up an MRCC, Multidisciplinary Research and Consultancy Center set பண்ணும்போது we established a central instrumentation center. So this central instrumentation center took care of all departments, from all departments samples will come. We started processing those samples. Small fees was collected. All that we were able to show under the revenue generated. Likewise, nutrition and home science department, nutrition department was doing a lot of nutrition consultancy for school children and others. So that was brought into the ambit of revenue generated. Romba vandilla, please remember, nare appdi lakshakanakkala kodi kanakkala ella varala. In hundreds only came, but it flowed continuously. It flowed. You can look at our data that is there on the website. The Tamil department, every year they were publishing books, and that they were giving out to students. That became a point of consultancy. So small things like this we were able to show under revenue generated. But in this metric, we didn't stop with revenue generated points alone. We went ahead with non-remunerative consultancy. Whatever was there, we documented it beautifully and put everything out there. Whatever was there, we did everything. We put out everything there. Policy dane, this is the policy of the institution. Policy of the institution is, the institution accepts remunerative and non-remunerative consultancy. I have done all this. That's the attitude with which we approached this, because we knew data romba kammiya da irundhathu. So maybe we can improve upon this like that. Extension activities, NCC, NSS, irkanum. Illiya, we will all have. Again here, 2 marks for the qualitative metric that is there. It's a qualitative metric 3.6.1. One thing that I found, if I can make a suggestion, if I can give a suggestion, what I saw was in all these qualitative metrics, I think the battery is dead, or has a battery?
Alternative.
one thing that can be said as far as qualitative metrics are concerned, qualitative metrics, the writing part is very good, but numbers, it should be substantiated with numbers even in a qualitative metric. Extension activity na 420 extension activity பண்ணிருக்கோம். இந்த 420ல 25 orphanages போனோம். So many இதுக்கு போனோம். Yes, you have to write. Awareness programs, 45 awareness program conduct பண்ணோம் 5 வருஷத்துல. You must be able to substantiate them with numbers. There is no report without numbers. Qualitative metric எழுதுறோம்னாலே numbers இல்லாத qualitative metric will never work. Amounts இல்லாத qualitative metric will never work. You will have to write that. So if extension activities have been carried out in the neighborhood, how many activities have been carried out? Under what ages have these been carried out? How many numbers did we carry? And like how I told you for the workshop seminar sonna earlier, this metric also will take your life out because you have to submit data. The second one, number of awards and recognition received by the institution. It's a 0. What can be shown here? You can awards illada irukkalam. Extension activity ki award yaar kudukranga enakku theriyala, kuduthalum I don't know how many of us get it, but surely we can look on the word recognition. Recognition kara vaarthaiya kaiyila edukalam. And NSS, NCC, do they go for camps and all? They go, no? Adala recognition தானே, invitation la தானே போறாங்க, தானாவா போறாங்க, இல்ல. Yes or no, you have to tell me. Say supposing they are selected for Republic Day parade. Who's the NSS, NCC officer? Or they have gone for training. So you please tell the NSS and NCC officers, extension activity போகும்பொழுது, these extension activities we go on invitation only. So on invitation, when you get the invitation, then it means it's a recognition. They want you to come. Delhi to parade ku நம்ம students போறாங்க அப்படினா it's a recognition. So many students went. So please give that data here. I think அத நீங்க செய்யலன்னு நான் நினைக்கிறேன். You are looking only for awards. So you can look at all this also. இந்த மாதிரி recognitions கூப்பிட்டாங்க போறோம், இதெல்லாம் போறோம். நிறைய இருக்கும். NCC ஆபீசர் கேட்டிங்கனா அவங்க they will do wonders. அது ஒரு ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் யுனிவர்சிட்டில நீங்க அந்த டேட்டாவை ஃபுல்லா ஃபில் பண்ணிரலாம். So please ensure that such things are added. 3.6.3 and 3.6.4 are combined metrics, while 3.6.3 talks about the number of programs, 3.6.4 talks about the number of students. College benchmark was 75%. At least 75% students they should have attended, participated in such extension programs. We were able to get 4, நீங்களும் 4 வாங்கிருக்கீங்க, 83 or 84 காமிக்கிறீங்க. So you got the full marks, but second la வாங்குறீங்க, first la வாங்கல அப்படினா number of programs must increase. Now I would like to tell you the practice that our college has as far as extension activity is concerned. What we have done is course உள்ளேயே within the course itself extension activity க்கு ஒரு credit assign பண்ணிருக்கோம். 1 credit assign பண்ணிட்டோம். எதுக்குள்ள? syllabus உள்ளேயே assign பண்ணிட்டோம். ஒரு credit assign பண்ணிருக்கோம். என்ன பண்ணனும் இந்த ஒரு creditக்கு? It is given only to the second year students, but all the second year students for 15 hours compulsory outreach program. They have to go. Go clean, do something and come back. They have to compulsorily do this every year. So the numbers we were able to show was massive. About 486 or so programs we were able to show because it is compulsory. Every department oru program panina automatically it will come. No, you will get the numbers. So that is one. What we did, I am sharing these during the year for research, faculty exchange, student exchange, internship, on-the-job training and project work. Score under 1. Now what I want to know is, on-the-job training, project work, internship எல்லாம் உங்களுக்கு இல்லையா? இல்ல. அத காமிச்சீங்களா இதுல? அது உள்ள காமிச்சீங்களா? அப்போ எப்படி ஒண்ணு வரும்? I am just wondering. Project work QNM. What is a QNM? It's a metric that is quantitative. Numbers.
அதுதான் நான் சொன்னேன், இயர்ஸ் வந்து 2014,
After that, we have more. Okay, now you substantiate all that data. This is also a metric that took our life out. ஒரு வருஷமும் 1500 documents were there with us. அத்தனை document we had to scan. Can I be of any assistance there? Yes. So 1000 or 1500 documents were there. So we had to scan all those documents and write details. What is the kind of internship? And the Excel file, and the robot tough Excel file. So on the Excel file, whoever is doing it, தனியா ஒரு ஆளுக்கு allot பண்ணுங்க. Collaboration, அதுவும் first point, a lot of data can be given. I again request you to please go to our SSR and take a look at what we did. Lot of it is there. Maybe the first two customer இருக்கலாம். Research, faculty exchange, student exchange. பிரிச்சே போட்டோம் actually. Researchல இது இருக்கு. Student exchangeல இது இருக்கு. Researchல collaborative papers எழுதுதானே எழுதுறோம். In tandem with other university faculty members, we write papers. No, all that can be shown here. That is a collaborative work. If we have joined ourselves with another college staff and if we have published papers, surely we can show that. Yes, and the last one, 3.7.2, MOUs. I want you to look at the word functional. I want you to look at the word functional MOU. The word functional MOU. Why I am stressing on that? See, we can't sign. இங்க மெட்ரிக்கும் ரொம்ப கம்மியா இருக்கு. I think 8 or 9 இல்ல 12 அப்படி காமிச்சிருக்கீங்க. 12 MOUs. 12 MOUs இருக்கு great sir. பட் என்ன அப்படின்னா ஒரே MOU-வையும் 5 வருஷத்துலயும் காமிக்கலாம். அப்படி நீங்க காமிக்கலையோ அப்படியே
ஒரே MOU 5 வருஷமும் காட்டலாம்.
Yes, 5 வருஷமும் காமிக்கலாம். Different activities பண்ணுங்க. Sign one MOU functional. The word functional, it is a functional MOU.
Yes.
Our students go for, in fact, project work க்கு போறாங்க பாத்தீங்களா? Project work க்கு போற இடத்துல இருந்தெல்லாம் MOU வாங்கிட்டு வந்துருவாங்க. So that becomes a MOU for the institution. Group அனுப்புவோம். Biochemistry மாதிரி departments எல்லாம் labs க்கு அனுப்புவாங்க. So they go as a group. So the entire group goes there, and for the last 3-4 years they've been going. We have MOUs signed. They are functional MOUs. These students are doing value-added courses. We have signed MOUs. Every value-added course, every certificate program that is offered in tandem with somebody else, we have signed MOUs. So we were able to show about 45 MOUs there. And cumulatively, at the நிறைய வருஷம் பார்க்கும்போது 103 or 104 MOUs we were able to show. Functionalங்கிற வார்த்தையை அங்க ப்ளீஸ் எடுத்துக்கோங்க. Can we replicate the same? ஒவ்வொரு தடவையும் புதுசா போய் வருஷம் MOU சைன் பண்றதெல்லாம் முடியாத காரியம். We know the practical difficulties of it. So one MOU we sign, is it possible to carry it forward for 2 years or 3 years? That option can be explored. So we'll take a short break and come back. Thank you. See, the criteria 4. See, 3 is where the majority of work was there as far as I know. 4, you are doing extremely well. You have very good infrastructure. So, from physically I am able to see it, and your marks also speak for it. Now, the Solomity of email marks speak for it. You have very excellent marks there. So, can we do further improvements? Data, what data, better data can be uploaded. The structure, infrastructure is there. How best to augment it is what we will have to look at. So these are the key indicators. 3 மாதிரி கஷ்டம் வேற எதுவுமே கிடையாது. Actually 2 and 3 தலைவலி ரெண்டும். மற்றபடி மிச்சம் எல்லாமே manageable only. It's not 4.1, 4.2 4 key indicators: physical facilities, library, IT infrastructure, and maintenance of campus infrastructure. 4.1 dealing with physical facilities. The institution has adequate facilities for teaching, learning. Enough facilities are there. 4 itself is such a metric that it has lots of photos, lots of videos. So please ensure that you capture it properly, professionally, document it, geotag it, and also write proper captions. I would like to mention here, we have about 94 classrooms. ஒரு classroom-ஐயும் photo எடுத்து ஒரு classroom-ஐயும் காமிச்சோம். ஒரே ஒரு classroom இந்த classroom-னு காமிக்கல. Room numbers, we put out the room numbers there on top. Every single classroom, we took photos and we documented it. Every single research lab from all possible angles. திருப்பி சொல்றேன், அவங்க வரப்போறது இல்ல, பார்த்து இந்த போட்டோவை பார்த்து தான் டிசைட் is what we were able to do. The score is 2. From what I see, go around and see adequate facilities are available. So where is the lacuna? What is it that we didn't do or can do better is something that we will have to think about. So what they are asking here is they are asking geotag photo of every class and lab, video, building plans. I don't know if you submitted building plans. Building plans will have to be submitted here. Yeah. Okay, so that was documented properly. QLM. This has a lot of QLM actually. Okay, this is also a QLM. Institution has adequate facility for cultural, yoga, games and sports. On the website, sure, it's so nice. And I'm surprised that you score only 3 on this metric. I was QLM. Let us see. Any improvements? What is it that we can possibly do? Let's see. Okay. Say next one. Availability of general campus facilities. Only 2 they have given. What did we show? I have written what we showed. We took photographs of restrooms, staff recreation rooms, generator, borewell, rainwater harvesting, biogas plant, lift, bank, CCTVs, cameras, campus map, LED, biometric facility. Everything we showed apart from general campus facility. That question.
But the same things are coming in.
7 also will come. Yes, sir. Duplicate. அவங்க என்ன கேக்குறாங்க availability of general campus facilities கேட்டாங்க QLM வந்து செக் பண்ண போறாங்க செக் பண்றதுக்கு முன்னாடி எல்லா போட்டோவையும் அப்லோட் பண்ணிடுங்க upload everything give them everything whatever is there இது எல்லாமே இருக்கும் இது எல்லாமே அப்லோட் பண்ணிடுங்க 7 லீவ் காமிக்கலாம் இங்கேயும் காமிக்கலாம் 4.1 average percentage of expenditure excluding salary for infrastructure the benchmark was not met only there is a இது எடுத்து பார்த்தாலும் one only is there. There is a formula, there is a numerator and a denominator there. At least 5 varna on the edathila ungalku 1 da irukku. So expenditure can be improved apart from salary, excluding salary solitanga. So apart from salary, for infrastructure augmentation alone can we increase that? It has to be increased, otherwise marks will not come in this metric. It has to be increased because you have only a score of 1 and the only documentation is the audited statement. Maintenance infrastructure. There's a numerator and a denominator there in this formula, in this metric. Key indicator 4.2 library as a learning resource. You scored very well, so which means your library is pretty good.
What is the library?
Okay, so you have scored very good there. LMS is there, and out of these also fully 4 you have scored, which means you have e-journals, you have e-books. You're subscribing to Enlist, which is Short Sidhu, Short Ganga, and 2 databases. Databases alone, I have my own, I don't know, university karnal neenga pannanum, but oru college I found it very difficult. Oru research coordinator a database subscribe pandrathu engalukku romba periya challenge ah irundhu because Scopus website, basic website subscription costs about 5 lakhs. Oru college ala 5 lakh rupees varsha செலவழிக்க முடியுமா? It's very difficult. EBSCO மாதிரி databases போனீங்கன்னா இன்னும் ஜாஸ்தி
3.5 lakh only. We just subscribe for management
18-19 நாங்க பண்ணினோம் சார்
3.5
5 lakhs subscription.
But we are subscribed for
EBSCO 7.85.
This is business so select.
Okay.
We are subscribed.
நீங்க என்ன பண்ணீங்கன்னு எனக்கு தெரியலையே because we subscribed. EBSCO was 7.85 lakhs and Scopus came to 5 lakhs. வருஷம் எங்களால இத சப்ஸ்கிரைப் பண்ண முடியல. It's very difficult. University
it's a mandatory requirement for ACT, ma'am.
Yeah. Adnala what we started doing showed the Sindhu Valiya. We started subscribing for Enlist. Enlist has part of Scopus and part of Web of Science will come. So we subscribe for Enlist. Enlist subscribe. Enlist subscribe panna and smaller databases we started subscribing. So yeah, that is one point that we can explore. And அப்படி நீங்க subscribe பண்றீங்கன்னா is it possible to have MOUs and allow access to others and then நீங்க explore பண்ணலாம் sir. We are willing to partner with you if you do that. Next metric.
Business source select on நம்ம யூஸ் ஆகும். You can use our business source select.
Yeah, so can we use outsource பண்ண முடியுமா? அது வேற ஏதாவது யோசிக்கலாம் sir. We can think. We can always think. See, as far as resources are concerned, educational institution, we are not competing with each other at all. We are only trying to share resources and help each other out with the knowledge that we have. That mentality, if we develop itself, it's enough. The next 2 points, average annual expenditure for purchase of books, e-books and subscription to journals, e-journals during the last 5 years. Again, their benchmarks, they expect more average expenditure to be met. But you scored very beautifully on percentage per day usage of library, 23.40 and more coming, which is big number. Now 1.42 and more even we didn't have footfalls, so you are showing a very beautiful number, which means you're doing very well on these parameters, so I don't have to break my head with all that. IT infrastructure, very less scores on IT infrastructure. Percentage of classrooms and seminar halls with ICT-enabled facilities such as LED, smart board, Wi-Fi, audio-video recording facilities. What is the benchmark? As far as a college itself is concerned, the benchmark is every class should have one ICT-enabled device. Every class should have one projector. That is the benchmark. And the benchmark is that is what we learned, because we have only 19 projectors. College 19 projectors. So we did get score very less on this. So and Wi-Fi, how much of modems have you fixed in each classroom? How many modems do you have? Internet access for each class do you have? All these are things that we are asking. And so here in the network flow diagrams submit. We submitted all the network diagrams that we had, and all 4 flow diagrams we had to submit. We had enabled, we did have a lot of Wi-Fi enabled campus. Ours is a LAN enabled campus. Wi-Fi LAN enabled campus. All classrooms have a LAN connection. That connection we have established. That's very important today also. And today I don't know, if you tell me to stand in a class which does not have internet connection and a projector, because my area is like that, and we tend to go to the internet very frequently to show them so many things. So today's classrooms are like that. So let's enable it. That's the only way we can score on this also. And their benchmark of 100% is very valid, I feel.
So trying to for 42 classrooms, madam. DVB accepted only 15 classrooms.
So we also had that issue, sir. Yeah, they don't accept. Yes, right. Again, documentation there with all the network diagrams and photographs there. Maybe they will help me. What was the reason given?
Yeah, they expect 42 classroom photographs.
42, yes, 42 classroom photograph on that, sir. You can't claim something which you are not showing. The classroom they expect they are not going to come. And this is a QNM. So let's document it, let us show it. Sir, as far as criteria 4 is concerned, picture. Or a professional art which or create a student who becomes a professional and document it then and there. And put a caption photo, drive la photo vechkonga. It's very important we do all this. Yes. Percentage of classrooms in seminar halls with ICT enabled facilities. I think it's the same data, is it? 4.3.2. No, I didn't change it. Change it. Okay, I will proceed with the next one. 4.3.3 student computer ratio. You have a very beautiful student computer ratio. 5:1 that is unimaginable. 5:1 coming. So which means you have a lot of systems.
All the systems available in the university consider.
No.
Lab,
e-library.
Lab coming, but office
e-library we have.
Lab, e-library.
Fine, that's enough. That can be done.
An ICT and the moon lab.
Ratio they are asking. What is the ratio now?
Or the ideal ratio that they anticipate full marks 10:1. This is 5:1
in the lab physical ICT e-library the department system
That's fine, that's very fine. 5:1 is a very beautiful ratio. Computer ella vele seida adu mattum Are they all working? Are they all working? Are they all in good condition? We'll have to decipher. And in spirit, if we work on that, the ratio that you're showing is beautiful. 5:1. is something amazing because we also experience all these problems. Commerce lab வச்சிருக்கோம். எங்களோட லேப்க்கு வந்து பாருங்க ரெண்டு சிஸ்டம் தவிர எதுவுமே வேலை செய்ய மாட்டேங்குது. It's a problem that we have. We are asking every year. We keep asking for replenishment. வரும் எப்போதான் தெரியல. Yeah. So yes, that's how it is everywhere. But can we overcome that and yet develop? அதுதான் திருப்பி budget சொன்னேன். Every year budget. இந்த வருஷம் ஒரு 10 சிஸ்டம் வாங்கி போடலாமா? திடீர்னு நாக் வருது அப்படின்னு சொல்லி அந்த சிஸ்டம் வாங்கி போட முடியாது. We don't have funds. So every year 5 சிஸ்டம் வாங்கி போடலாமா? Every year 10 சிஸ்டம் வாங்கி போடலாமா? 5 வருஷத்துல 120-30 கம்ப்யூட்டர் வந்திருக்குமே. So we have to think on those lines. Now the next one is available bandwidth of internet connection. Bandwidth, they want a separate lease line connection கேக்குறாங்க. So that is what greater than 1 Gbps means, and you have it. You have scored good marks on that. 4.3.5 facilities for e-content development. University Ratnale. We also have this question. We were able to score points there. But since it's a university, their benchmarking is very different. They are asking for mixing equipment and all. You have to produce bills for everything. Bills for everything. Veru room photo kaamichu prayojanam illa metric la. You have to produce bills for everything. Lecture capturing system, mixing equipment, audio visual center, media center, create pannadukana bills. Building la neenga bill kaamikalam. Idhula ella bill kaamikkum. Bills for purchase will have to be shown. That's the only way they are going to accept this.
Free madam, free software open source. Excel sheet free software.
Videos of usage also different timelines la different வந்து உட்கார்ந்து அந்த இடத்துல வீடியோ பண்ணாங்கங்கற யூசேஜும் காமிச்சிட்டு பில்ஸ் சப்மிட் பண்ணானா இது அப்ரூவ் ஆகும். For one, it is high time as a university you create such facility. இதெல்லாம் பண்ணலாமே இல்லையா? இது பண்ணலாமே. இது வந்து minimum investment only. You need to have a fool proof room, sound proof room.
யூஸ்ல பண்ணிட்டாங்க
Okay, you can show it then. Okay, fine. The last
sound proof
AC sound proof போட்டு பண்ணிட்டா போதும்.
Sound proofing கொஞ்சம் ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கு. பட் உங்க கேம்பஸ் ரொம்ப சைலண்டா இருக்கு சார். அதனால ப்ராப்ளம் இல்ல. எங்களோட மாதிரி இருந்ததுன்னா ஒரு 7000 பசங்க ஒரு ஸ்மால் ஏரியால இருக்கும். எப்போதும் அந்த மாதிரி இல்லையே. It was very silent and peaceful. You live in a very beautiful, peaceful place. You work in a very peaceful place and you can be happy about it. Okay? Key indicator 4.4, maintenance of campus infrastructure. Average expenditure incurred on maintenance of physical facilities. அங்கதான் உங்களுக்கு 0 வந்திருக்கு. So which means that benchmark there should be upped. And support facilities excluding salary component. Then the next one, 4.4.2, there are established systems and procedure for maintaining and utilizing physical academic support facility, lab, library, sports complex, computer, classrooms, etc. So which means எல்லாத்துக்கும் usage ஒரு டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டும் பாலிசி போடணும். You need to have manuals for maintenance. Manuals have to be created for every lab and every classroom, laboratory, library, sports complex. You will have to have manuals created. How and what is the procedure for usage and maintaining? For example, if ஒரு lab எடுக்கிறோம்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, MRCC lab எடுத்துக்கோங்க. I have a central instrumentation center under me. Central instrumentation center once in 15 days blank run பண்ணணும் அப்படிங்கிறது manual போட்டிருக்கோம். We will ensure that once in 15 days the lab technician runs all instruments blank. And வருஷத்துக்கு ஒரு தடவை எல்லா இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட்டும் calibrate பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு வச்சிருக்கோம். So we call a calibration engineer and every year all the equipments are calibrated. We have bills for all that. அதெல்லாமே அந்த இடத்துல காமிச்சோம். All that only we were able to show whatever we did. And logbooks எல்லாம் இருக்கு. Logbooks எல்லாம் submit பண்ணுவாங்க. You can submit your logbooks there. Logbooks will have maintenance and that can be submitted here. Sir, now PPT கொடுத்துருக்கோம் சார், நீங்க எடுத்துக்கோங்க சார். Okay, so these are the things that can be done. We need to have systems and procedures. Actually PPR எல்லாம் நாங்க பண்ணிட்டு தான் இருந்தோம். பட் அந்த டாக்குமெண்ட் பண்ணல. பர்ச்சேஸ் ப்ரொசீஜர்லாம் எந்த காலேஜ்லயுமே இல்லாத இருக்காது. பட் பர்ச்சேஸ் ப்ரொசீஜரை நம்ம மேனுவலா எங்கேயுமே எப்பவுமே போட்டது இல்ல இல்லையா? So that we documented. அது பண்றீங்களா? இப்போ ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் எக்யூப்மெண்ட் வாங்குறதுக்கு முன்னாடி just like that ஒருத்தர கூப்பிட மாட்டீங்கல்ல, That's all. You need to have a manual for that. You need to have a manual for PPR. And we went one step ahead and formed a PPR committee itself. எந்த இது வாங்குறதா இருந்தாலும் PPR கமிட்டிக்கு போயிட்டு தான் வரணும் அப்படின்னு வச்சிருக்கோம். So it will go to the PPR committee.
Here also.
அவ்வளவுதான். Then all that is there. The same thing can be done here also. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for giving a very patient hearing. I'm open to questions if there are any.
Beauty Librarian, Tamil Nadu Physical Education and Sports University to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good evening, all present here. I take this opportunity to thank our Vice Chancellor sir, Registrar sir, IPAC Director Madam, and all our teaching faculties, as well as I thank Dr. R. Gayatri Madam, who come forward to deliberate about the criterion 3 and 4. She has enlightened us with her own experience. She has carried out in her college. So with her inputs, I think all our faculties can work hard to achieve more marks in the forthcoming NAC accreditation process. Thank you, Madam, for your overwhelming and wholehearted deliberation which you have delivered among our faculty members. I request you, Madam, to even collaborate with us in helping us in compiling the data, SSR, as well as what are all the necessary documents to be included that has to be known from your colleges. So we don't leave you people within these 2 hours. We require you people to your support to be rendered. Yeah, madam. Because previously we have our own knowledge, and with that knowledge we have submitted the SSR, and we thank you, madam. Thank you, honorable president.
With pleasure we